Oh yeah, baby. We're here for a brand new episode of Married at First Sight. And one groom already is telling us a story about how some woman sent him an engagement ring. Thought that was pretty crazy. Another groom tells us that he's not going to be deleting his dating apps for some reason. And every single person in the Married at First Sight universe agrees the strippers in Nashville are trash. All that and much more on a brand new episode of The JasVynce Show. Let's do this, y'all.
Jasmyne and Vince.
The JasVynce Show.
The JasVynce.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. We are back for another season of Married at First Sight, baby. Don't act like you're not hyped.
Why are you getting your cheer on over here?
Because
your coach didn't do a good job.
MAFS, baby. Yes.
Not. What is this?
It is another episode of The JasVynce Show.
You already said that.
We gotta jump back into it. She's Jasmine. I'm Vince. We are very excited to be back for another season of Married at First Sight. The 16th, apparently, taking place in good old Nashville. I can't have the screen here because you're distracted. You're too distracted. It looks like.
Oh, my bad.
You're supposed to be looking at the camera.
That's
baby.
your fault.
The camera, I know, but I need.
Okay, get them off my screen.
Anywho, they're going to stay there for a little bit because Woody and Imani are a very, very favorite couple. And every season, I think everybody can agree with this to some extent. Every season, we hope to see some of the same. Yeah, some of the same
energy.
Some of that same energy. But it's very, very hard to do. As we're getting into this very, very new season here in Nashville, we, of course, can't begin without letting people know, without letting people know, of course, that it's been so long. We appreciate all of our subscribers, everybody that likes and shares and comments, and of course, we gotta show y'all a beautiful wedding picture right now. We got to. Don't forget, the JasVynce Show is officially a married union.
With rings on your fingers.
With rings on fingers. I always wear my ring. What are you talking about, Jasmine?
Not the last video.
So, getting into the very new season of Married at First Sight, we're in Nashville. We got some new couples, 5 new couples that are all gonna last the entire season, right? They're all gonna make it. They're all gonna make it to decision day this year, right?
At least to decision day, I'll give you that. At least.
We'll see.
Maybe.
We'll see how it turns out. Very first couple we're talking about, Kirsten and Shaquille. Obviously, we're not going to be doing any ratings like we usually do until after the honeymoon. Right? That's when they actually are becoming a couple and we get to see them interact. But right now, we're just doing a recap. So please take the time and let us know how you feel about these couples in the comments. How you feel about Kirsten and Shaquille, baby?
Kirsten not going to like him. It's giving Karen and Miles is what it's giving.
Oh, I thought you meant it was giving Karen and Miles in a good way originally, but now...
No.
After seeing the clip of her saying that, I don't want no bald man. They always do that.
They always do that.
They always do. Yep. As long as he's not bald. Just anything but a bald man.
Yeah.
And then they cut to him putting his shirt on with his...
oil in his scalp.
Shine my head right here. Make sure you got every... There's no hairs right there, right? All right. Yeah, so Kirsten is 31 years old. They're both 31. I think her title is Miss Great Expectations or something like that.
Yeah.
And his is the Devout Workaholic. So we know what they're about.
But she said that she wants somebody that's super educated, that's faith-based, and all the things. He is checking off all the boxes minus the physical. But she also said...
Is he not checking off for looks? Is that what we're calling
Yes,
physical?
for looks.
All right.
I think he's a fly guy, but...
Fly guy.
He doesn't... I don't think he's super tall, like she said, but she doesn't seem to be that tall, so I don't think that's a huge deal. But she said she like a guy with a low haircut, super clean cut. I think he's super clean cut. The only thing that he doesn't have is the hair. He ain't got no hair.
He got some on his face.
Yeah, but she said she wanted the hair up here.
Good luck. She's got plenty of hair up there.
Okay.
Make it do.
I just think that she says she's picky in all things, and she's gonna nitpick this one as well.
What does she do?
I don't know what she do.
I don't know what she does either. Shaq is he works at Tennessee State
University, yeah. And he's finishing his PhD this year. Like,
Dr. Shaq.
I'm like, you can't get more educated than that. Like, I think that he seems to be a good catch, and I think that he's patient, and he's what you would want, or what she probably needs, but let's hope that she gets past the looks.
I'll give you that. I hope that she absolutely does.
Not that he's ugly, just to be clear.
Yeah, he's
I was like, he's okay, but then when he like smiles, his like face brightens up and he looks more handsome to me. So I'm like, okay, cool. Yes, smile, babe. Handsome. Look at that. Look at that. Not with the wave though.
Yo, anything else about Shaquille and Kirsten? I don't have nothing to say about any of these couples for real, but you know what I'm saying? I don't know anything about them yet, so I'm not gonna throw any judgments out there. I know that's what some YouTubers are doing and expecting. You're not gonna.
What was that?
I don't know. I will be a little bit vulnerable and just say Kirsten rubbed me the wrong way off bat, but she's very attractive. She seems cool, and I always hope the best for all of the couples.
Vince don't like her, and he couldn't figure out why.
All
and
of the couples.
Said she has
RBF.
It's more than that. She has the way that she talks sounds super bougie.
She's she seems like a mean girl. She seems like a mean girl. I'm assuming she's been raised.
She might be cool though.
Yeah, she's probably super cool. She was raised well. She talk about sex a lot apparently.
I mean, if you get it married,
you know what I'm saying. And I just got a weird vibe from her and her. I don't know if that was her friends or family, but yeah. But I could like you, Kirsten. Who knows if that's your name. All right. Anything else about?
No.
Shaq. All right.
Shaq. That's horrible. Horrible couple name.
It's gonna take us a while. Everybody can't be as good as JasVynce. You know?
Shakir.
It's gonna take a while to come up with some names. Let's talk about Dominique and McKinley. They also have some interesting names.
Dominique is giving very much Virginia.
Virginia as in
Virginia that was married to Eric.
Eric and Virginia from Married at First Sight.
I don't remember which one, but
were they in
she was a drunkard.
Texas? I don't remember.
Atlanta, I thought. I don't remember. It don't matter.
Either, but they were party people.
She was party people.
She was party people.
That bachelorette party was wild. She had the stripper taking shots out of her boobies. It was looking real extra flirtatious. I was like, this is a bit much. It's a lot.
Now they matched 25, turning 26 in August, year-old Dominique, who everyone just immediately was like, I wasn't ready to get married.
No, I definitely wasn't.
They matched her with 34-year-old Mac, who is an introverted dreamer. How do you see this working out, Jasmine?
In the previews, it looked like she left him early. I don't know. I think that she's going to be... I don't think she's as mature as she thinks she is.
Oh, definitely not.
First red flag is her mom started the application without her knowing. Straight. And then she was like, you know what, I'm with it. You know, that's the first thing. I don't care if my mom started an application. If I'm 25 years old, I'm definitely not ready to get married.
Big strikes.
And she says she likes her G&O, a.k.a. Girls Night Out. I'm like, there's a balance. That shouldn't be the first thing you're leading with is like, oh, I really care about Girls Night Out. You're too young to be getting married, in my opinion.
I would agree. Anything else about McKinley? He seems like a cool guy. But
he's the guy that was dating the girl that was at his house all the time, and then she sent him a engagement ring.
So shout out to, and we didn't even talk about, we did actually get to watch After Party. Yes. Shout out to Keisha Knight Pulliam and her husband who was on the show, did an amazing job, and they having a baby. Wee! Congratulations. But yeah, she did, just to give them some love real quick, celebration. All right. Yeah, she brought that out of him. There was some tender moments on After Party. She was like, no, tell us how you was the side piece for so long. She was sleeping at your house 5 nights a week. Crazy. I was like, yeah, he clearly hasn't.
He said he hadn't even told his family.
He hadn't really had time to process that. But that is serious. I am glad that's what the after party's for. She was like, I got questions. And I also had questions when he said that. I was like, she sent you a picture of the engagement ring. He's like, yo, we just hooked up the night before. I don't know what happened. How you propose to a chick you don't know where she was the night before?
Babe, people be having more than one spouse.
Or he did.
People be having more than one spouse.
Is that right?
I know. I've heard of
tell me more.
Multiple people.
Tell me more about people having one. What's your rings?
Dating some guy.
Just making sure.
And they're hanging out every single weekend, multiple times in a week, and then he just texts them like, yeah, I'm getting engaged. I'm like, how are you getting engaged when y'all was just hanging out before?
Sus. I don't like it.
Dudes be trash.
Dudes are trash.
And then they be like, all right, I'm engaged now, so now we can't talk, but then you married and you cheating. What's happening? I don't know. It
happens.
That was a tangent. Please disregard.
It was a little bit of a tangent. Yeah. But Max, sorry that happened to you. Hoping that you find love. Fresh jacket on after party. I really enjoyed that. Mm-hmm. Your other boy was wearing was that Aris? Anywho. Anything else about Dominique or McKinley? Let us know how you feel about them. And if you've got any
it's not gonna be
any
good,
tea. We usually don't request spoilers, but if you got any tea on Dominique and McKinley and what happens with this situation, we want to stay tuned. So get up on it. All right, let's move into two people that I had no idea were on the show until I added this picture to my computer. Nicole and Christopher. We watched the matchmaking special. I was like, yo, who are these people? Who are they?
I couldn't forget her.
Who are they? Nicole is kind of unforgettable after she probably got the most camera time on this first episode. So yeah, tell us about Nicole and Christopher. How you feel about this couple?
Okay, so Chris seems like he's really caring and like he just seems like he has the right intention. Mr.
Nice Guy.
He got a girl number right before it and didn't call her, like turned her down. Like, come on. So I think he's a stand-up guy. I like his energy. And that's all. I mean, he seems like he could be accommodating and stuff like that. I'm curious to see how he handles conflict though.
Yeah, I foresee that being an issue. She seems a little bit too spicy for the pepper.
She said she was Italian
and Jewish,
and she from New York. That's a lot going on off that.
New Yorkers, you know what I'm saying? These New Yorkers out here.
And she ain't had sex since she moved to Nashville. So I'm like, he seemed a little meek and mild like Jesus, and she might be looking for a little more devilish, you know?
The way she was looking on that stripper's abs is a chance. Everybody, they put money on her as the most likely to, them superlatives.
To bust it open on the wedding night.
No. We'll see.
I probably should not have said that.
Why not?
Whatever.
We grown. You could have said worse.
This is not for kids, guys.
I would hope kids are not watching us talk about Married at First Sight on YouTube. But if you are, like, comment, and subscribe.
No, get off of here. If you are.
36 years old is young Christopher, and she's 31/32.
I think that's a good age range.
I think it's okay. She seems like she's gonna be bossy.
I'm very critical about the word bossy. I think that when you know who you are and you're in your own lane, like, it can come off bossy, but you're just confident in who you are. You know what you want. There's nothing wrong with that.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
It's so bossy. Anything else about Nicole and Christopher? I think that I don't know if they're going to be the worst couple, but I can see her eating him alive. We said somebody was Mitch. We'll talk about somebody being Mitch from last season. But I do see her. Like
I'm just hoping this is not a Mark the Shark and a Lindsay situation.
I
don't think she's like that, though.
I was thinking
I think
Mitch.
She's a lot, but not.
I was thinking Mitch, but I could see that being a little bit closer. I could see her being a little bit demanding. All right, let us move on to Jasmine. We always end up with a Jasmine. Can't you love it? Can't you love Jasmine?
That wasn't Jasmine. That was Jasmina.
We've had Jasmines in the past. Anywho.
There was no other Jasmine. Who was the other Jasmine? Michael.
Look at that.
The black girl?
Yes. There's not... What? Anywho. Another Jasmine is on Married at First Sight, and just to prove her wrong, and she's been watching the show since season 1, just feel free to type in any Jasmines that you could think of from Married
It's
at First
only
Sight.
one
It was
Jasmine.
more than one Jasmine.
Than that.
It was more than one Jasmine.
Who else?
There's been at least 2 Jasmine since I've been watching.
Before this one?
Before this, the Jasmina, definitely, right? But there was a Jasmine, right? Jasmine and Michael, and then I think there was a Jasmine another season. Anywho, that's not...
I'm going to Google it. Don't worry.
While she's Googling, please take the time to make sure you're commenting. Yo, what about this Jasmine and this Jasmine? I know for a fact Jasmine and Michael, he was supposed to be a teacher or something like that, and he was broke. I'm pretty sure both Jasmines were black women as well. Anywho.
That wasn't the same person. That was Monique, something with an M. Mia.
Maybe. I might have got her husband wrong, but there was another Jasmine. Anywho.
There was no other Jasmine. That's it.
Is it Eris? Is that how you pronounce his name? Eris. Jasmine is 32 years old. The Queen Without a King is her title for some reason. I don't know how I feel about that.
Because remember, she's a pageant queen multiple times.
Oh, that's right.
It was Mika.
Mika.
It was from DC.
I remember.
Yeah.
So where's the Jasmines?
There's no other Jasmine. Stop it.
Did you type in Jasmine and Married at First
Yes,
Sight?
I did.
I'm about to Google this live. Don't do this to me. Anywho, Eris is 39 years old. Black don't crack, baby. I'm looking good, young
There's
black
only one Jasmine.
Jasmine with the hair. And what's his name? That was Michael, right?
That was Will.
Will. Shout out to Will. There was another Jasmine.
Babe, there was no other Jasmine.
Was Jasmina the season after them?
No, Jasmina was the last season from now.
Well, now there are officially 2 Jasmines on Married at First Sight.
Thank you.
That's all we had to do. You know what I'm saying? Anything else about Jasmine and Eris? Let us know how you feel about them. I think that
I like her family. They keep it real. They seem fun.
Yes.
I think that he is going to
give her some trouble.
I don't trust him all the way. I think that he's gonna like, because he said his dad was murdered when he was growing up, and like he wants that like family aspect, and I feel like her family is very close knit, so he's gonna enjoy that. And he also mentioned with his ex, his ex's dad was like very present, and like that was the first time he really saw the family together fully. So I think that he's gonna enjoy that, but with the type of woman like a Jasmine, you're gonna have to step up to the plate.
With a Jasmine, you always gotta step up
to the plate, and
always
she's not gonna play the BS.
Speaking of her not playing the BS, how do you feel about her attitude overall? She seems like I didn't see as much of her as I thought I would in this episode. I saw way more Kirsten, and I was like, I thought Jasmine would be the one that would be a little snappy and sassy. Jasmine seems really nice.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what they said. She's like, yes, I'm a pageant queen, but I'm like down to earth, and like I like to have fun, and I feel like I actually like her. I'm feeling her so far.
You would like it.
Don't let me down. I didn't really care for Jasmine in Philly. She was super bossy. You want to talk about bossy?
Well, now I don't remember any other Jasmines.
No, she was super bossy, and then she was telling him, "Oh yeah, well I've been paying for my mortgage, but you need to pay for it down." What?
Eris, is he a sneaky man?
He had sex with somebody right before the night before Pastor Kyle told him.
And snitched on himself first, which is commendable, I guess.
And he said he wasn't deleting dating apps; he was just snoozing them. That's snooze
wild.
Things.
I don't even know
so
how
you
to
can go
snooze
back and watch it.
I don't even know
later.
how to snooze an app. So
you just turn off the notification.
Well, you know how to snooze an app.
We met on the app.
I don't know what you're talking about. We met in church. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Now,
church online.
Moving along. Yes, Plenty of Fish, where people come to speak to Jesus. So anything else about Eris? I don't know. I feel like I always, again, I want to root for the black couples. Shout out to Woody and Amani, but they seem.
But they tried to make Woody seem like Eris too, though.
They did.
They made him seem like he was a playboy and all that.
They definitely did. Producers worked hard on that one, but it don't seem like they're trying that hard on him.
But Keisha's husband said he had 2 girlfriends when he met Keisha.
Oh, that was him.
Yes.
I looked away. I didn't know that was him.
And
that said
he
that.
was saying, he said, if you have the right woman presented in front of you and you want to keep that, he thinks that you can flip a switch.
Yeah, I hear you. I had 2 girlfriends when me and Jazz met as well, so I think it was
his job and his other job.
They talk about it.
That's it.
The Munties. All right. Let us know how you feel about Jasmine and Eris. I'm gonna get his name right.
What about Jasmine and Vince?
And let us know how you feel about Jasmine and Vince as
Thumbs
well.
up.
Thumbs up, double likes, share, comment, like, etc. There was another couple that I also didn't know existed on the show. Oh no, sorry, Woody and Amani dancing on the Pundy thing. Is Gina and Clint, who I again did not even know existed until I had to put this picture on my computer.
He looks like
somebody Australian.
Harrison Ford. That's who he looked like. All right, think Indiana Jones. Put a hat on him. We in the tomb.
Indiana Jones didn't have a beard, but I hear you, so I could. Okay, hair. Yes, hair, traveler,
face,
explorative, adventurous young man. I don't know. Yes, sure.
I like them individually, but not together.
I'm glad you said that.
He's super outdoorsy.
They seem very interesting. This is another situation where we kind of feel like opposites attract, or they put them together because maybe they have things that they could.
Pascal said they had common interests. The issue is they both like to travel, but there's different kind of travelers.
I love being outside all around the world. I just like being outside. It's not the same. It's not the same thing.
She owns a salon. He says he wants the natural beauty. He wants the natural beauty. I think that she is probably more of a luxury traveler. Maybe not luxury, but like she not trying to sleep on no boat type of traveling. Like there's 2 different things. Like, and I think that the experts mistook when they said they both like to travel for the same thing.
Yeah, I hear you on that. I can see that.
Yeah. And I don't see her like, she seems down to earth, but I just don't see her being like a super, like, I'm not putting no makeup on. Yeah. I'm just going to be out here roughing it. I don't see it.
I was going to say that. I'm glad that you mentioned that she, again, another person I feel like we just got to see mostly Nicole and Kirsten, a little bit of Dominique this episode. But from what I did see of Gina, she seemed pretty down to earth, pretty chill. Again, Clint seems very, very cool. All the guys like him. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing if we do get more out of them. I don't know. Yeah, I think the travel thing. I think a lot of couples that are very interested in traveling, that's something that actually becomes a huge topic of like discussion for them.
I feel like couples have in this show have broken up over traveling.
If you're not trying to go to Spain tomorrow at a whim, I just don't.
Yeah,
I can't.
It's a thing. Man.
I can't.
Ladies, y'all can go. You can leave your man at home. Trust me.
Ladies, yeah, man, at home. I don't have nothing else to say about either of them, but I couldn't let this pass. I reverted to a little child during this episode. Every time they showed Gina on the screen, I was just like, her mouth is so big. I'm sorry. She has a very big mouth.
We call it the gator mouth.
And there's a lady that like has like the biggest mouth. Like she has like the Guinness record for it. And she has a big ass mouth. I'm sorry. And it kind of resembles, so every time Gina's on the screen, and it's probably why she's very into makeup, because if you got a big mouth,
jaw,
if you got a big, I don't even know if it's her jaw, I think it's just her, like her mouth hole is just large. Like that's a nice picture, and she's smiling. When you smile, like it makes it look good. I'm sorry we spending so much time on this, but every time they showed, like she was laughing, it was like, ha! I was like,
my mouth is big. Hold on. You be clowning my mouth size?
No, your mouth is regular size. She has a big mouth. You're loud. You have a big mouth, like figuratively. Like,
don't touch me.
You have a figurative big mouth, but like,
y'all see this abuse?
She has a large facial like
cavity.
Yeah. I'm sorry,
Thank you,
Gina. You're probably cool. You're
so I just want to know in the comments if Clint is giving Mitch.
If Clint,
he's 40. I'm sorry, 40 is up there. Not saying you can't get married at 40, but from my experience and what I've seen on the show, when the men are that old, it's something wrong with them.
What's wrong with them? Because they don't have...
Mitch's kitchen was filthy.
They don't have the skills.
Because he lived in filth and recycled everything.
They don't have because the man's is 39 too, Eris.
Yes.
They don't have the social skills or the capacity or the...
They can't live with a woman.
Yeah, and a few people have said, I think it was Chris, that was like, oh, I've never lived with a woman.
He's never lived with a woman, yeah.
Somebody called him 40-year-old virgin.
Yeah, but I just think he's wholesome. I don't think it's anything wrong with that.
He's Mr. Nice Guy, so I would hope that he's actually as wholesome as he comes off.
But also, I don't think that's a big deal. If he, like, I never lived with a guy before we lived together, so good. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that as long as you're clean or you know how to meet in the middle. Because men be dirty. Women be dirty sometimes too, but men be dirty.
They do. Anything else about any of these wonderful, wonderful couples? Jazz also thinks this is the funnest picture that Married at First Sight has released in a while. Shout out to Nashville, the Music City.
When we going to Nashville?
At some point.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Anything else?
No. Who are you rooting for? Who do you think?
I'm glad you asked.
Give me one couple you think will definitely make it on decision day.
I'm not ready to say yet because we're not doing.
Give me one. You gotta give me one.
I was gonna say there's people I'm rooting for, but like I'm rooting for Shaquille.
All right, let's bet $5. Okay.
Oh, we put money on it.
Who do you think will make it to decision day?
Keep track, y'all. Keep track. Who is absolutely making it to decision day? I am going to step out on a whim and say Nicole and Christopher.
That's who I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's who I was gonna say.
So we both win if they make it. If they don't.
Okay, so if they both make it, then you owe me $5 and I owe you $5, so we even technically. But I need the physical $5 bill put in my hand.
Who has a $5? I'll find one.
You're gonna get one. Okay.
I'll find one. Let us know who you are rooting for or think will actually make it. I know it's early in the game, but stay tuned to all these wonderful, wonderful weeks of Married at First Sight. I'm very, very much looking forward to seeing how this turns out and hope that we get to see some more experts this season. That's my biggest hope. Producers, hook it up.
Can Dr. Viviana just guest appearance or something?
Just pop in. Pop in. Are we getting guest experts this time?
Yeah, we get Devon and Dr. Pia again.
We get to see him again.
We saw them like 2 or 3 times the whole season.
At least we get something. All right, Jasmine, I feel like we need to tell the people to make sure that they...
like, comment, and subscribe.
Of course. Thank you so much for watching this whole thing. Please check out any other things on our channel. Of course, there's wedding videos. There's the circle videos that we just recorded. There's Access Hollywood videos. There will be more travel content in 2023. That is all for a brand new episode of The Jasmine Show. Peace.
Jasmyne and Vince.
The Jasmine Show.